So over the past few months, Hong Kong has roared into the global headlines. Its 7 million citizens have increasingly taken to the streets to protest China's move to decrease the city-state's autonomy. But how are they organizing? And how have they been protesting for so long? Well, the answer lies in our good friend, technology. This is Denise Ho, a pro-democracy activist, singer, and Hong Kong native. In a recent talk at Singularity University's Global Summit, she shared some insights.
Although we are still, at this moment, in front of all sorts of intimidation from the Chinese government, suppression from our own Hong Kong government, we are still standing strong.
The thing is, unlike any past movement of this type and scale, the Hong Kong protests have been leaderless.
It is totally organic, decentralized, and driven by tens of thousands of protesters taking action independently, but also miraculously as one.
Ho explained that though the movement is nameless, it has followed a core mentality from day one, a motto inspired by the dragon himself, Bruce Lee.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Like that, you see?
The young and furious in Hong Kong have become this formless force, adapting to the most difficult of situations in the face of the powerful machine that is China. In Hong Kong's 2014 Umbrella Revolution, we saw the first time Hong Kong's people stood up en masse to defend the autonomy that had been promised to them. Protesters occupied HK Road in a movement led in part by the Student Union and the Occupy Central Trio. But the movement's conservative structure and the fact that it was concentrated in one fixed spot weakened it. People felt their voices weren't being heard. The community began to split into different camps, and it wasn't long before the movement died down completely. How is it different this time? Well, three main challenges face the people of Hong Kong: centralization of power, false facts, and getting people's voices heard. The fixes: online forums, live streaming, and a messaging app. A local online forum called LIHKG
became the ultimate platform for people to pitch ideas and to strategize.
It limits registration to university emails and ISPs. People upvote or downvote threads, much like Reddit, and to prevent trolls, new members have a P next to their name.
So in short, the best idea wins.
So once strategies are put together on the forum, the next step is disseminating information and directions quickly and seamlessly.
General channels were formed on this encrypted app called Telegram. Eventually, these groups evolved into more specific groups targeting different needs. For example, first aid, real-time scouting channels, news, campaigning, transportation.
The final component is live streaming, which, as Ho put it, lets everyone bring truth to the table. Constant live broadcasts from multiple angles and locations made covering up the truth impossible. What we saw was police brutality and different videos coming out that couldn't be suppressed. Something to point out is China doesn't have access to many of these websites. Facebook is banned, Google is banned. Citizens can only use apps that the government approves or funds. So the protesters of Hong Kong find themselves on the verge of an authoritarian state. They're pushing with the force of a sustained tsunami through the internet.
The story of David and Goliath is actually happening with the help and the advancement of technology. And also combined and together with the flexibility of the mind, I think we could together come to endless new possibilities to change the world. Thank you. Thank you.
Disrupt is kept alive by member support like you. If you haven't considered supporting us on Patreon, you can head on over to the link in the description below and check out the perks. Thanks for watching.